understand, but you are not asking for any critics or advice. You are suffering a lot with your own thing, and you don't need anyone else to come and tell you, well, we're depressed, but we need. So, well, maybe it's just easier, just let go, and then you don't depress people anymore. If that's the way she believes she's feeling, and then she will come back to you one day.
Yeah.
Now the question is, when you need help, well, you take your time, so I'll just...
Yeah, I really am struggling, so it might be, I'm not quite sure what the best position is.
Oh, you take your time. Let's just move this a bit lower.
A bit lower?
Yeah, over here.
Yeah. I didn't know this a little bit lower or higher. Yeah, that probably best. It's like my hip is hurting. At the moment it hurts to touch, you know what I mean? I'm quite sensitive at the moment, today and yesterday.
Right.
Because it comes and goes, the sensitivity. But I suppose what I'm trying to say is my hip is pushing down, and that's, you know, I'm not spasming right now, but it is.
You want to make it a bit smaller, a bit bigger?
Maybe a bit smaller, yeah.
Yeah.
If it can be, yeah.
Yeah, of course it can. Let's just make sure you will feel good when we are preparing it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's better, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's better, yeah, thank you.
So whenever you're ready, just let me know.
This shoulder is still hurting quite a bit.
The left one?
Yeah. And also the top of the back here, this side, at the top, like maybe the
under the scapula
muscle that goes down your back.
Okay.
Like all in that area there, yeah. Yeah, and a bit higher. So yeah, all of that area has been quite, from there and like getting further down, from there up down. Yeah.
Right, okay.
It seems like that's, I think it's because I'm pushing into the wall, it's tensing that muscle up. When I push into the wall with one foot, that's been very painful this week.
Okay.
So I feel like I've just been thinking like, oh, not something else, you know what I mean? In a way, it's not as bad if that's hurting. You know what I mean? I think it's mostly muscle strain, but it has been like all of a sudden it has been really, really hard.
And I started last week.
Really stiff. Yeah. Yeah, it started in this last week, yeah. Yeah, it seems down that area, yeah.
Okay.
Feels like it's maybe a long muscle that's aggravated. I did have a little go on that exercise machine.
Where was it?
Going back in maybe 4 or 5 days. And I felt fine the day I did it. I felt fine the day after.
Well,
Maybe
48 hours after when we might have a little issue with
yeah,
feeling.
yeah, maybe that is part of it as well. So, because it made my back, I could feel my back was stiffening up.
Around this area here?
Yeah, around that area, and yeah, my back was stiff when I was just standing on the machine, just, you know, holding my body up in midair.
Yeah.
That's all I was doing, and it just seemed to be tensing certain muscles.
Okay.
I wasn't moving, I was just stationary. And so I just, you know, tried to be in that position, hoping to maybe strengthen muscles or something, or stabilise the muscles. Just thought it's worth a try, you know what I mean? Well, because I've been having better days, you know, not long ago, and I just felt, you know, just try to.
And how far did you push that?
Not far, just try. Well, everything's hard for me. I mean, I went on the bike the same day, just a little bit of a pedal on the bike, nothing much, you know. I've done more in the past, but I just, I feel I'm pushing against the wall as well. Maybe if I've tired out some of the muscles, maybe then they're fatigued later on. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was it. Without me realising, I've maybe then had to use other muscles to compensate. I'm trying to stay positive because, like, not long ago I was having a better time. You know, I've had some good days as well as bad days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really trying to stay positive. But
Yeah, but I
been a
know
painful-
it's quite hard when you are in pain and also start having all of these issues what we're talking about now, you know. Because what makes it worse also is brain memories, you know. From any time you have like a situation where you like kind of arguing with someone,
yeah, you're right.
this comes back to you. You know, the stress comes back, and whatever is already not perfect, it will just increase, you know, that pain and
Yeah.
what you are feeling around that time.
I feel like that's what's happened with Lee. I think I haven't been negative at all,
Mm-hmm.
but in the past, I maybe have, or she's felt that I've been negative. And I think that it's every time she thinks of me, it stresses her out. But she still could have been nicer on the phone, you know,
Yeah.
and been more thoughtful of there's two sides to things, you know. But it's not just me though. Other people have said you can't talk to her. She's just in a world of her own.
Ah, well, if it's not only you who sees it, and other people
No.
say the same, so maybe the problem is not with 20 people seeing a problem, and one person can
Yeah.
realize over 20 other people.
Yeah, my friend Simon, who I play pool with, he's a good friend of hers.
Mm-hmm.
But he says she's difficult. You just can't talk to her a lot of the time. The only person that doesn't say anything about her is her mother, who will fight for her and talk.
Ah, well,
You know, which is understandable. You know, and so I mean, going back a couple of weeks, I was really looking forward to Christmas, and I started to think maybe this Christmas might be different, might be better, and I still hope it will be, but it's almost like
the little karma. Well, James, one of the things, whatever comes to your mind and you hope everything will work well, keep thinking everything will work well.
Yeah.
And don't let this little depression, I won't call depression, but don't let these negative bits take it over your emotions and over your brain. So most of the times what makes it easier for us is, as you say, is when we tend to let things go and not be so good to others as we always are, because to start with, this is you. You like to help, you like to be present in everyone's life, you like to make life easier to anybody else, regardless if you want to feel good or not. You just want to please others.
Yeah.
Why? If you know at the end you are going to be the one suffering with that.
I know what you mean. I think getting a release from the stress is definitely going to help.
So as I said, one of the things we need to do in life sometimes is to learn how to let things go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for example, if your brother does not understand the problems that you have, if your brother don't want to cooperate with you, knowing you have this problem, but apparently for him is none of his business. And then the word, I say, don't get me wrong. But apparently he's not bothered about your health at all, because I don't believe he ever offered any help to you. But if he sees a chance to use it for whatever pleases him, he will do.
Yeah. He just thinks of it from his own perspective. That's all. Yeah, he thinks of himself first and foremost. It's as if he doesn't have room for thinking about me.
Yeah.
So in a way, he it's all about, if I don't help organise the birthday dinner, it's more for him to do. And it's like, oh, and I'm stressed at work, it's my busiest time of the year for work, and I can do without all this. And he's angry because I can't just do it all to give him a complete break from it, you know, like, and he isn't doing that much, all he's done is booked a table, you know, because I even text to say, I've ordered the cake, do we have, do you want me to, well, I didn't say do you want me to, I just said, something about, do we have everything else, like balloons sorted? I'd like to help more, but I can't carry heavy things, I said. Maybe hinting that I can't carry the cake, he's already asked me to bring, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he didn't really reply. But so I don't know if there's anything else other than a cake that's been organised. But I suppose it sounds to me like all he's done is book a table so far. That's it. You know what I mean? And his girlfriend's. I texted her in the end because I couldn't get hold of him, and she just said, "Oh, he's probably busy at work. It's a very busy time for him at the moment."
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, it is for everybody, yeah. I mean, it's busy for me getting up in the morning, fighting pain. That's very busy, you know. And I'm trying to work, although I've not been doing much recently, of course. Not that it's a quiet time yet for me, it's just I've been cancelling lessons because I've not been wanting to take too much on, you know, through choice and being trying to be sensible. So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, I've spent enough years trying to get certain people to see, or think and understand the problems I've got, and they can't and won't see it, you know. So you're right. I think better if I can get some distance from me and relax and let things go, and yeah,
You know, like
less on my mind.
a lot less in your mind. And let's just potentially think, if when you're going to ask if you could help with the cake, how about what you would simply say? Look, you haven't done much to mom in all of these years. You are starting the party, you start the party. What would be the answer if you would say that?
I think that it would be horrendous. I think it'd send an horrible message back, and I think that it would be a massive attack on me, as if I was really unreasonable. I haven't been a real brother over the years. I'd get all this.
And do you care about that? That's the question. Do you care about that?
I don't want any tension because my mum is the constant between us, and like a few years, was it 2 years ago, he wouldn't talk to me at all, or my mum, and my dad for a while either. He got a wrong end of the stick. We'd booked to go to Centre Parks, and we hadn't got round to asking him to join us. We had a room booked for him and his girlfriend and Harry, and he thought, because we hadn't quite yet asked him, he said, "You've not invited me, and this is just another example," and he went, "Really, I live with a family of liars." That's what he said. I've got a text message that says it as well. I've got a family of liars, and he wouldn't talk to me, my mum, or my dad at all he didn't talk to my dad for about 4 months. He didn't talk to me for about 6, and he didn't talk to my mum for about 8 or 9. I don't know why, because my dad booked it. My dad actually booked it, but my dad lied to him and said, I don't know anything about it. James and I don't know if he said James and my mum had booked it, but he said James has booked it, and Matthew didn't talk to my mum the longest. There's nothing to do with her at all. My dad booked it. I knew he'd booked it. And we were trying to change the booking because the lodge was for 6 people, and we thought when the information came through, it said a lodge for 4, and it did. but we actually booked it for 6, so we were waiting to get back confirmation it was for 6 and get it resolved. Because we might have had to change the booking, because it looked like it was a booking for 4, but we'd said 6. So in the end, they said, oh, it is 6. Sorry, it's definitely 6. You have done the right thing. It comes up first saying 4 until you've entered the names of the people who are staying, and then it goes up to 5 or 6 after, if you need to book that many people. Oh, we said, but it's not letting us enter a 5th and 6th person, that's the thing. No, it won't. You've got to phone us up and ask us to extend it to more people. I said, but we booked it for 6. Yeah, but I said, this is a bad system, isn't it? You book it for 6, it lets you enter 4, then you've got to phone up and ask for 2 more. I said, aren't you busy enough? They're answering phone calls, extra silly phone calls. Well, that's the system we have. So once we knew that, I said, can I extend it to 6? Well, you can't, because you're not the prime booker. Colin Pugh is? I said, oh, my dad, he's got to be the one to ring. Oh. So in the end, there was a massive delay, because my dad had to then ring, and he says, oh, I'm not very good on the phone. Can you? I said, they won't let me do it. It's got to be you. Can we do it when we're both together? Because I don't know what I'm asking for. So all this delayed it all. So we didn't get around to asking Matthew, but we were always going to invite him. But it was a real mess, you know. Matthew then got the wrong end of the stick, you know, and I think he also just felt, you know, he didn't have a good family himself. So this was just like something he jumped on quickly and blew it out of proportion. But what, I'm waffling now, sorry, in answer to your question, Matthew is, you can ask my mum, you know, if you want to know more about him, but my mum struggles to cope. She knows what it's like, and she tries sometimes to ignore it, and she's better at it than I am, to ignore the issues with him and just be grateful for any niceness that she gets. She's managed to do that, you know, and I still haven't, I suppose. That's what I'm trying to say. He would be nasty. He would be, you know, horrible to me. And,
but I think at the end of the day, all difference that would make between the relationship of two of you. Apparently,
yeah.
I'm not saying.
At the moment, there's no relationship, really. It's just there's
Until
a
he needs
hostility. There's a hostility. There's not any positives really at all.
Until he needs to borrow somebody.
Yeah.
Then you'll be the first one who can do
He's still not nice to me. Like, even all this is happening, he still owes me that money. So, it's, the thing is, it could get worse, is what I'm saying. It's not nice at the moment, but it could get even worse. I'm having to pretend that I'm grateful for his help and he's always there, and I just have to ask, and I'm having to go on with this pretense, but deep down he's not there for me, he doesn't care. And
he always does it because he knows he can get away with whatever he's doing, because he knows you're a good person. He always going to be.
I have tried to challenge him, don't get me wrong, but like, he's not somebody you can reason with. My dad was the same, and they just end up saying, right, well, and he'll just sulk and storm off and not talk. But it's going to be awful then for my mum. And because she's here, if my mum wasn't here, then I'd have other options, and I could basically just fall out with him. I could just not talk to him for a while, you know, and I probably would feel better eventually. Because my mum's stuck between the two of us. It's not nice for her if I was at war with my brother. So I suppose I'm trying to just keep the peace, but it's hard because I have to live with the fact that he's so ignorant to my problems, and that hurts. Plus he then does things like he's done recently, like pretending that I'm being awkward and would do more. And if I'd have said any more, I'm hoping that I can get there, it would have been just awful listening to him on the other end of the phone.
Okay.
You know. And I can't ring my mum up. Like at the moment, with all this, I can't ring my mum up and talk to her and say, I've had Lee on the phone and she was nasty to me. Because she'd say, well, why was she like that with you? I can't say because she's found out that your surprise birthday party doesn't include her. Or I can't tell her about my brother being awkward about the birthday cake she doesn't know she's getting. So I've not been able to really talk to anybody either, do you know what I mean? So maybe I've kept a lot of it built up, you know.
Also, engineers, you have to learn how to.
Yeah, I need to review things, and you are right. Things that could do with changing, I'm the only, my mum's often said to me, you're the only one suffering in these sort of situations. You know, so I'll have to have a think the best way forward. You know, because it's not doing me any good. I do keep a distance from my brother, but obviously when it's my mum's 80th birthday, I've got to have some contact with him, and that's why it's not unpleasant.
Yeah.
He's also under stress because he's got busy with work, he can't sell his house.
Oh,
The
but that's
latest,
not your problem.
no, he takes too much on in his life to the limit, and this is partly why he needs to borrow money. I mean, he could just live a less lavish lifestyle. So his girlfriend's not pleasant towards my mum either. She seems to be not as bad as my brother, but you know, sort of like similar mold.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like my mum. She doesn't really act nice to my mum at all. She'll put her front on in front of other people, and then she won't contact them for months. So she knew my mum was struggling, and then she said, "So I'm here anytime you need any help." And then if you phone up, which at one point I did, she said, "Oh well, why don't you get a, get your mum a counsellor or something?" You know, just completely not. She's not there for her, you know, because wouldn't it be nice to talk to a friend,
Mm-hmm.
not just the counsellor? You know. So they're just oh. Anyway, sorry to have gone on. It's just
No,
it's been a
it's not-
difficult week, and
That's all.
but I'm still positive because I did have some good days this summer, and that was about a, you know, when you first met me, I was in a bad way,
Well, yeah.
and at the moment I'm up and down, but I wasn't even up before, so I got to a real bad position when I first met you. So
Yeah, sometimes I know we just want to make peace with the word. But we need to understand it's not all the time when the word wants to make peace about things.
yeah,
But of course, don't go to the war against it. But sometimes it's good when you learn few things. When to say no.
yeah. In the end, I might come out of all this
Yeah.
in a better, as a, better position and in better knowledge. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, this week I've tried to watch some football, I've tried to watch TV, and the last couple of days have been really hard. But I don't want to just be negative, and I've tried to be balanced on the phone,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so sometimes we need to learn how and when to say no
yeah.
and not feel guilt about it. Of course, it's absolute understanding what you're telling me right now, like why you need to keep the contact with your brother, and sure, it's 100% because of your mother. You know? But even though it's not doing any good to her, the relationship between two of you.
I don't know, because the thing is though is I can't phone my mum up and say negative things about Matthew. Like she can't handle it in a way too much.
Yeah, but you don't have to, James.
Yeah, but it,
In fact, you don't need to say a word
mm,
about Matthew to your mother. And whenever she wants to say something, it's her son.
yeah.
Just listen to it.
There's no way I could just forget Matthew or distance my son. He's part of my mum's life,
Yes.
and she needs to talk to me about, things like she'll phone on his way home from work or something like that. It is difficult. He does have, he has a hold over my mum, and I suppose he has a hold over me as well. He's got us both manipulated when he wants us.
And he will, because he knows your weaknesses. And he knows how to use it.
Yeah. sometimes I don't know whether I don't think he's fully conscious of what he's doing all the time, but he certainly does manipulate.
And he's a 50 years old now, James.
Mm.
He's about 50, isn't he?
Yeah, it's 50 this year.
Nobody's innocent at that time, unfortunately. We are not naive when we are 20 or 30 anymore.
Yeah.
In the 50s, if you learn how your entire life how to do some manipulations, you're always
It
going to...
becomes an automatic thing.
Yeah.
He barely has to even think, and it's just automatic now. Yeah. I suppose deep down, I just want things to be better, and yet I can't control other people.
Not everyone will be as honest as you are, James. Not everyone will be as understanding as you are.
Mm.
It's just the problem is whenever their problem comes, they believe you are the reason or you are the one who needs to sort it.
Yeah.
But why they don't get punished? Because they are never alone. They always know you will be there or somebody will be there to help them.
Mm.
From the moment when you learn how to say no and don't feel guilty about saying no, things change.
Yeah.
Your brother's not struggling financially. Your brother's not struggling because he has no house to live, or he lost his job, or he is ill, or nothing like that.
Mm.
He's a person with money. He's a person when he wants something else, maybe not wanting to spend his money, and he's gonna get money somewhere else. Not feel guilty, he's not gonna pay for it at some point. But as you said, if he's able to live in a house with 4 bedrooms, driving a...
Six.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's unhappy because he wants more.
Yeah.
That's what it is. He's unhappy because he wants more. He's lived his life to the edge. Now everything's coming at once. It's like he's got money to, he's got bills to pay, and it's Christmas, and he's under stress, and he's created a lot of it himself.
But exactly. If he's creating the stress, why other people should be blamed for him not knowing how to control his own decisions,
Yeah.
Well, I know, I was just talking to my mom a few days ago, and she was writing what she was saying. Family is one of the worst things you can have to be if you're too close to them. As much as it's important to spend time with your family, but sometimes if you isolate yourself for a bit of time and just talk the minimum as possible, if needed, it makes better for you. Because sometimes, James, what I believe, for example, it was a time when I heard a lot of friends of mine saying, and I was thinking like that, for me, my family is the most important things. So first, everything needs to go to my family, and I will accept the rest. Whatever is left, it's for me. Yes, that's the way it should be, because we need to provide for our family. We need to make sure we are there for whenever they want. But now, I was just thinking a few days ago, and I'm talking to some people. Some of my friends, they will never agree with me on that point. But this is the way I see it. Yes, I want the best for my family, but the most important person who needs to be there, it's me. Okay, I need to be the first one before my son and before my wife. But the reason for that is because I am the basement for my house. I am the basement for my family. If I fall ill, who's going to provide for them? If I'm not right on my mind, how can I administrate my house? How can I educate my son if I'm not educating myself? So my family cannot be good if, as the basement for my house, I'm not good. And sometimes that's how we mess things up, because we want all the best for everybody else, and we just sink. We start sinking and sinking. We don't get to the point when we say, yes, I need to help my family, but I need to make sure I'm doing good first. Otherwise, how can I help someone if I'm not doing well myself?
And it's not fair on some of my other friends if I'm just carrying all this baggage.
But indeed, absolutely. Like, for example, how is not fair if you have a friend and if you believe this friendship means a lot to you, but if you are the one who needs to call first, if you are the one who needs to resolve all the problems, if you are the one when you need someone just to be there for you, to give an advice or to help you out with something, this person, instead of giving you support, they will even put you down, say, oh, stop complaining, stop doing anything, when you know you are not. But if that's the picture they have on you, maybe just a reflection of their own miserable life, but I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah.
Well, James, you can only offer what you have.
Yeah. I couldn't even talk to my brother or Lee, for example, about like anything, like let's say that I've bought this new bench. My brother and Lee have no idea. And I'm hopeful that this bench, this exercise bench might help. And yet they don't want to talk about it. Like they're just not interested. They just want to switch it round to what they're doing
Yeah.
and their lives and their, issues or what they're doing for Christmas. And I'm just, it's like they're not asking me any questions. They just say, "You alright? How's it going?" And if whatever I say, they just answer with, "Oh, I've had a tough week and I'm busy." And there's nothing. So I can say to them, "I've had a really bad week, but I'm hoping it'll improve." Or I can say, "Oh, I'm just the same as usual." Or I might say, "Oh, I've had a few better days." I get no response. It's just "Oh, I've been working quite a lot and I've been doing this and at Christmas I'm doing that." They just completely start. It's as if they've not heard. It's as if we had a bad signal on the phone. They didn't hear my answer.
Yeah.
There's no follow-up question. There's nothing.
Because
And-
they don't want to hear about it, James.
But
They
even
don't
if I'm
want
being positive, that I could say I've won the lottery, and they just I've been busy working on it. They just and Christmas. They're just like they're not even aware of anything I'm saying at all. They don't have any thoughts about. They don't have any opinion or. They don't even say it sounds really good that you're really trying. Do you know what I mean? Some new things or you're doing well to. You're doing your best and you should feel pleased that you've managed to have a better summer or something. I get no encouragement from these people either. It's like, you're probably thinking, same as what I'm thinking now, what is the point? You're not even talking to these people anymore. It's
Well, it's your
hard
family, unfortunately.
it's hard as your family to shut them out completely and
Yeah.
ignore them, because then you'll be, why is it you ignoring me sort of thing? Because they will firmly act as if they've done nothing on what's it. So, if I said to my brother, "I'm really struggling, can't get to mum's birthday," first I'd hear him, he'd criticise me. And then after a while he'd say, "Well, I didn't know you were that bad. You never told me, you never said anything." I just
It doesn't
get
hold you
that.
for the entire life.
Yeah. I just get something like that. And that's why, it's not his fault. I think some of these people feel they don't want to commit themselves and come and see me. They don't want to have to put petrol in the car and come and see me. Or they don't want to feel guilty. Because deep down, they should have done more in the years gone by, and they don't want that guilt. So they pretend that I'm not that bad, and that
So they don't have to carry that guilt.
yeah, and that I haven't told them that how bad I've been. But then that makes me feel bad, because I know I have told them, and I know that they're lying, as it were, and making up a new reality that's not true.
Yeah.
And it's hard enough for me to go along with this pretense without it getting bigger. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a tough couple of days in particular. I really hope I can come see your thing on Saturday.
Don't worry, even if I have to come here, put you in the car, put you in your chair, you will be there, James. It would be nice for you to get known some other people, but we need to make sure you'll be okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Being there.
I really appreciate your help and your understanding, because I said to the GP today, I said I've got 5 people who I feel care about me in this world. I said, and I know there's some people who would say they've only got 1. Somebody might even say I've got none. I said, I know it sounds, I said, but there's many people out there who've got more than 5 people, and I said, I've got about 5 people that I feel, I said, one of them is a friend that I see just once, I don't know, once a month, on average, and suffers from, well, I didn't talk as long as this, but I said, I've got 5 friends, I've got 2 that are not, that they have anxiety issues, so I can't really confide in them fully.
Yeah.
I've got my mother, who's 80 in the next 2 days, and then I've got my friend Sandro, who comes and does treatments, and then I've got you, And I was saying this to the GP. I said, you're the fifth one on my 5 people who care about me.
Yeah.
You know, so I said, most people will have more than 5 if you're including your GP. You know what I mean? and I don't mean genuine, like amazing, but I just mean any friend of any kind in a way. Like beyond this, it's people who are just nasty to me almost. You know, beyond these 5 people.
Yeah.
So
Well, I know exactly what you mean, James. Well, James, if I have to tell you, back on the days, I would believe, I have a lot of people, I have a lot of friends who actually care for me, who actually, you know, if I need them, they will be there for me. You just need to have 2 things to know who are there with you, James.
yeah,
Lose your money and get into debt, and then you just mention to them, look, I lost everything what I have. You know, I'm in massive debt, and I need some help. You're never gonna hear from them again.
yeah.
You know.
It's like, because I've got nothing. My mum said this actually. My mum broke down about a year ago and cried her head off. Matthew said something to her, and she'd not seen Harry for a long time, and basically she really broke down, really upset, and cried, and she cried for a long time. And she just said, I've just realised why. Like, I've just realised. She says, I'm old now. Matthew, that I've got nothing else to offer him other than love. In the past, I could work in his shop, or I could lend him some money.
Yeah.
I've got nothing in the bank. I'm too old to do anything now to work in his shop, etc. So it's clear that he doesn't need me or want me, and I've nothing. You know what I mean? She said, I've realised that this is why I never hear from him, and I just listened to her and said, oh no, it's not. I'm sure deep down, you know, he's just been busy. But I really thought, you're probably right. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, James, when you have nothing else to offer someone, not many people want to be around you.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm not only talking about money, it can be anything.
Yeah.
As I said before, the moment comes when you learn how to say no and don't feel guilty about saying no to people. When you understand they don't need anything from you, but they just take the advantage, you're never going to hear from them again.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, as I said, the first thing, the second thing, if you want to know who is with you, just call someone and say we're in the hospital. As simple as that. You are ill in the hospital. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody will be there for you. Yeah. And I had that 2 or 3 times, so I could count who actually was there when those situations happened to me somehow.
Yeah.
You know. But some of them, they were there for convenience.
Yeah.
And
my mum was in hospital, and she was literally less than 5 minutes from my brother's house. And he visited her. She was in hospital for 2 weeks, and he visited her twice. And he went on holiday, but he could have visited her 4 times.
that was when he went to Portugal.
Yeah, he could have seen her 4 times before he went. I mean, I'm thinking, if I'm going to Portugal and I could visit my mother 4 times, I'd go 4 times.
Yeah.
He went twice.
Well, if I knew my mother was in the hospital, first I would cancel my
I wouldn't be going to Portugal.
yeah.
And we didn't know at that time if she had like circulation problems, you know, we didn't know what was going on. So, but I was gobsmacked. He didn't go each day.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And let's say he flew on Tuesday, he didn't go Monday. He didn't go the day before. You know, so I just couldn't believe it. So crazy. But anyway, my mum didn't have any visitors. I couldn't go and I felt awful. But she had no visitors.
Well, you couldn't go because you couldn't go.
No.
And she knew you couldn't go for you.
I phoned her every day,
Yeah.
more than once in certain days. And my brother didn't even text her when he was in Portugal.
Can you push my foot away?
Yeah.
Very strong if you can.
Yeah.
Now push it back. Push my arm back. Does it hurt
No.
as we move
No,
on?
my back's okay. Yeah,
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. it's okay, yeah. I suppose all the things I've said so far have been upsetting, and they're always happening to an extent with these people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I've kind of like, the GP is lovely. GP today is lovely, really nice GP. But I have a lot of, with things we've had to talk about, like the pain management appointments have been a disaster, you know. And it's as if they are set in their ways, they have this belief, they've been taught, you know, certain things, it's all in the mind, pain's just all in the mind, you know. And they don't look at the shape of your foot and think, that doesn't look normal. You know, I'm not interested in anything like that.
The only time pain will be in your mind, James, is whenever your body you remember some memories, what you were doing. Oh, I pick a can of mashed potato from the floor, example. And I remember that time I had this bad pain. Your psychological start, if you keep thinking about it, you're gonna start, I have some, my back actually is not great. And this psychological pain will happen because you are reproducing something what already happened back on the days, and these memories is coming back.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with the problems what you have.
Mm.
You might have it, maybe,
Yeah.
but it's related to what you have. We know you have back problems, we know you have knee problems, and whatever situation which might come on the way, it just aggravate that. But
Yeah,
whenever-
that's a strong pattern.
yeah,
My right foot's worse, and my right side's generally worse.
yeah,
You know, and so there's patterns, but I suppose I'm just not getting, the doctors are not listening, they say I'm overthinking things.
because they are not the ones in pain. Because when they are the ones in pain, they're gonna go to the private hospitals and get started just like this. They don't have to wait for 2-3
Well,
months.
they don't have the
for-
problems. I mean, these GPs or doctors and things generally, and physios, luckily they don't have, do you know what I mean, the same kind of problems. Most people, fortunately, don't have ongoing chronic problems this long. But I just get told I've got, you know, I'm overthinking it, stuff like this, and it's like, and that takes away the opportunity. We could have had a decent appointment and got somewhere, investigated things, you know, and I'm trying to educate them, but they have done a training course, been told it's all in the mind, tell the patients they've got to, this is the funniest thing. They
You're
tell,
pushing.
sorry,
No.
Yeah.
Keep saying, could you keep my foot away? And just push it as strong as you can.
I feel like I need to hold on to the table.
No. Just
Yeah.
for so that just to see how the back is reacting. Does the back hurt when you're doing these movements?
No,
Okay, that's good.
the hip slightly, but not the back.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I suppose it's like they've changed the. I mean, I've been in this system long enough now to see how the physiotherapy and belief systems have changed. I mean, once upon a time, they used to mention things like anterior pelvic tilt.
Yeah.
They used to talk about like fibromyalgia. Anybody who's got pain that can't explain it's fibromyalgia. You know, they've talked about pain memory. All the pain you've got is pain memory. Unless we've got an X-ray showing a broken bone, it's just pain memory. That's what I was told years ago. I've gone through cycles of this, and the latest is a guy in Australia. He's got a new theory that pain's all in the mind. The NHS is now telling you it's all in your mind. You'll never get better. Just take your medication, and we can't help you anymore. I think what they're trying to say is we don't want to help you because it's work, and we're lazy, and we also don't have the money to help people.
They do. They just don't want to.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you could turn it out for us, please, buddy. So the left is a bit the worst now, yeah?
Yeah.
So we're gonna force a little bit more the left hand side then.
Yeah, this side is the worst, but it hurts more to rest on this side. So I'm feeling less pain now, laying on this side at the moment.
Okay.
But if I do it
Fast.
for a while, it does increase.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like I always sleep on the other side. I don't sleep on this side. I sleep facing the other way mostly. I've tried varying it and found that that was the better side. But I maybe do need to try the odd night, maybe 2 nights this side. You know what I mean? So it's not 7 nights on one side.
Yeah, but just do it if you really feel confident, because you don't want to make it worse.
Yeah.
Just by trying, and then you're gonna actually feel bad later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you are confident to try and start sleeping on that different side, that might be quite good. But it's just the point is make sure there's nothing else for you important to do on the following day.
Yeah.
Because if something goes wrong, then that could be a problem.
You're right.
But if you're gonna have like a day when you have not much to do and you believe you're gonna be free and you have plenty of time to rest.
Yeah. What you've just said there is like, I've thought of that before, but you've just mentioned it and reinforced an idea. And it's an important idea. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you'd think pain management appointments would include.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I get nothing.
Nothing.
Like,
absolutely nothing.
I get a lecture about pain is in the mind, and you know, just I have to listen to the bit of a lecture from the person first, and then I ask them if they can talk about the physical pain as well, and then the resistance, and then eventually they'll say, okay, we'll talk about it right at the end, and then they give me exercises to do that I've already told them I can't do. You know what I mean?
Do you know why, James? Do you want to hear my absolute honest opinion, which normally I don't give to people?
Yeah.
Do you really believe the health system wants you to be well? Do you really believe they will lose a customer there?
Well, the physio, like, does it matter if they, to the overall in the health service, they don't care if most people don't get better?
Well, they get paid to the physio, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, privately, I can understand they wanting to keep coming back.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. But this is in the NHS at the moment.
Yeah, but they are not doing for free, are they?
Yeah, I think the NHS, I think a lot of people, I think, to be honest, are going to work, not necessarily enjoying their jobs, and then they see people, and I think they just don't want to work hard and see it as just, I've got a way to make money, and they already feel frustrated or not bothered, or they don't necessarily, I mean, I want to do a good job. If I teach a kid a lesson, I want to do a good job, and I just don't think there's...
Yeah, but once again, James, not everyone is as honest as you are. Nobody's out there, for example. When people say, well, the NHS is the best thing out there because it's for free. First of all, it's not for free. You pay your taxes, and every single day there's a new tax created in there, and there's money going to the NHS. Whenever someone says, well, there is no money there, well, the doctors, if they don't get paid, they will not appear in the hospitals. The nurses will not appear in there, the cleaners won't be there, no bed will be sitting there. So there are money going there. Now, is the money going to NHS enough? That's a different question. But there is money going there.
Yeah.
Now, if the money is going to the right pocket, is another question. Surely it's not going to the pocket of those who are actually trying to help other people, because when you offer on the medical way, on the pharmaceutical point of view, an alternative treatment, they will always tell you it does not work. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Well, do you think a massage is good? Well, yeah, it could be beneficial. But take this paracetamol just in case.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think going for an acupuncture would be good? It might help. But just in case, take this naproxen.
Yeah.
You know, they will never come to me and say, right, I'm not giving you any recipe, you just go there.
I mean, you could have an alternative therapy, and then you might not need to take half the medication.
Yeah.
And
Well, James, nobody does. If you get like some tablets, you're not going to ever finish that. But the price for it to be paid,
yeah.
the money's already there. The pharmaceutical industry is already making the money.
Mm.
And they are begging you to come back. Because if you don't come back, where are you going to sell it?
That hurts.
It will. I'll ease a little bit the tension, okay?
Yeah.
But this money needs to go there. People, it's like what I believe: health system, prison, and a show of famous artists only makes money when there's a lot of people involved.
Mm.
Why they want to get rid of such a good customer who can go there for the rest of their life, going once a month to the doctors?
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, but, well, sometimes you just go to the hospital and you pay for the car park outside. You cannot even park for free. It's a health system. Why do you need to park? And it's not cheap.
No.
It's not cheap. And then you sit there for 2-3 hours, and then where are the doctors? Look, there's not enough doctors. Why? There are plenty of people here who won't become a doctor. Why do you not give the chance?
There's a limit to how many doctors they can push through the system.
Yeah.
I think that doctors don't want to train them, and they don't want to pay. The government won't pay the experienced doctors to teach the junior doctors, like the up and coming students, because those doctors who are teaching the up and coming students just want to work privately and earn more money. So for them to, say, I'll be a teaching doctor, teaching the new up and coming ones, nobody wants to do it.
No.
It's not a good wage. That really hurts. I think that muscle or area is like strained. Last year, I went on Christmas Eve to a dinner with Lee and her family, and I struggled a lot. Then I had Christmas Day, and I was in a lot of pain afterwards because I'd done too much the day before.
I think you remember
Boxing Day,
something, actually.
I went to Whitby with my mum. My mum was here, and then on Boxing Day, my brother said, "Oh, we're going to call and see." It was in Whitby anyway. So he says, while we're in Whitby, we're going to call and see my mum. And it had to be Boxing Day, the only day he was available. Right? Only day he made himself available.
Yeah.
And my mum said, could we please pop through just for a couple of hours? So I didn't want to let her down. She said, I understand if you can't, but she was really wanting me to help her. So I drove through on Boxing Day with my mum, and we saw him for about an hour and a quarter, and then he left and met his partner, and Harry. They all went. Let me think. Matthew called with Harry. Holly wasn't there. Matthew called with Harry. Was Harry there? I think, yeah. Matthew called with Harry. Holly wasn't there, and then he went out for dinner with Holly and all of her family, her sisters, her parents. They all went in Whitby for a big dinner, right? And my mum wasn't invited, and I brought my mum back here, and later in the afternoon we had a meal, and I was in agony again because I'd done too much. And I'm not doing anything like that this year. No, absolutely not. No. But that was just having to run around after my brother, and we had to get to Whitby for 10 a.m. in the morning. So I think I got up at about 5 to try and get into a position where I could drive. It was a nightmare. This is supposed to be at Christmas time, and I struggled a lot. So that was last year. I don't know if New Year's Eve I went. Yeah, I think New Year's Eve I went to Lee's sister's house, and I arrived really late, about 9 o'clock, and stayed until midnight. And I was in more pain. You could literally see the agony on my face, and not one person there phoned me to ask how I was afterwards. And they could see me just on the floor, as they were all at the table and they were talking. I was just on the floor, just trying to be present, and it was horrible. And that's what happened last year. I was just trying to please everybody, and I'm definitely not doing it this year. I got these people just don't care. And all year,
You see, once again,
what have they done all year?
you're trying to please someone who don't even care about. You know, James, I know it's sad.
And I suppose I was depressing. That probably means when I went on the floor, she probably thought, oh, he's depressing. Oh, why don't you just sit on a chair?
Could you push my arm, please? Just push it your leg straight if you can.
That way.
Yeah. How's your back?
It's okay.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Now, try to pull your knee up. Hold the back.
Back's okay, yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's sad to say that.
I suppose I'm just wanting to have friends or fit in. I'm wanting people to change. I want them to think that I've tried, but it makes no difference to them. All they saw was, oh, he's sat on the floor, not joining in, looks miserable, he's spoiling our fun. That's all they thought, like, from my big efforts to go. So I've decided this year I'm not doing anything. I've not been invited because I'm probably too negative to them. Just with me, you know, you can see I'm struggling. That's probably enough. That's probably the negativity that they talk about.
Yeah.
Just the fact that I don't look well. Because I try to talk balanced. So this year I'm not even going to my brother's. I'm not driving my mum to Whitby. If she wants to go to Whitby, she can drive there and come back again. I'm not doing it, you know.
Yeah.
I've decided this year I know no chance. So.
Well, the good thing is she will understand it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
How about others? Will they understand it?
No.
So don't give a shit about them. Don't give a good shit about none of them, James.
Yeah.
You know, I remember I was, let's put it a few years ago, I was so frustrated when some of my friends, they start taking me out of the programs they were preparing, they were making. Like, for example, for many years, I was cooking in my house every week, inviting everyone, making a good pie to all of them, just because I want to have them around me. I want to have my friends together.
Yeah.
As I realized, most of the times I was making the effort to be around them,
Yeah.
and they were not so satisfied having me around because I was the different one who changed my job. I was not working hospitality anymore. I was not able to go out and get drunk with them in town in the evenings anymore. I was not getting involved in their fights anymore. I was not trying to sort resolution for their problems anymore.
Yeah.
You know. And then they started putting me in like some groups, and they were sending messages to each other like midnight, 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. And at some point, I was just saying, guys, can you just, sorry, the language, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to sleep, I need to wake up like 6 o'clock to go to work.
Yeah.
Well, you're trying to spoil our fun, and say, I'm not. But
I've heard that phrase before, I'm spoiling their fun.
yeah, but you need to understand, you guys get back home 5 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and at 6 I need to go to work, so I'm getting out of the group. And I got out of the group. And what they did, they put me back again. 3 or 4 times I signed out, and they put me back in. They said, well, if that's the way you want to play, that's the way I'm going to play. And then I started posting things in there which they didn't like. And I was going quite heavy in it. I was going really heavy in it. Like, for example, I was getting some of the private pictures, and then, not naked, nothing like this, but like in the nightclubs, and you know, like with the Virgin used to do things, and they put on the group and say, oh, you know, this guy said he was sleeping, look, he's having fun, oh, this guy owes money to somebody, but look, the motorbike he bought, and oh, you cannot show this kind of things. And then they said, cut me out. But I didn't realize how much they would cut me out for doing that. Yeah. So they were, whenever they were talking about alcohol, going out, or drugs, they want me there. And I was never into drugs, to be honest with you, drugs. My drugs is alcohol, cigarettes. Yeah. This is, you know. Yeah. I tried a few times on my youth. Well, marijuana, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not for me, it's just like,
No. I grew up with drugs because my brother was just taking them all the time.
yeah,
And he made stupid things like he'd get a lemonade bottle and he'd get a straw and he'd like tape it together, make a, you know, just showing off really, making
Yeah.
some stupid things, you know, smoking weed all the time and, you know, just being, the house stunk rotten of weed. But growing up, that's all that smell,
yeah,
all the time, every day, our house stunk rotten, you know. And my mum, she didn't really know what it was at first, you know, and then we just couldn't get the smell out, you know. And so,
yeah, I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
but really, some of my brothers probably just smoking it when we weren't there, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
But,
So you know what I mean?
yeah.
But all the time when they were like, oh, let's have a get together for Christmas,
Mm.
I don't get invited. There's a birthday in somebody's house. Well, if it's gonna be in the pub, it's gonna be in the nightclub, oh yeah, let's go out. I don't get invited if it's in the house,
Mm.
you know. And then having my little boy, and everybody keeps saying, we all have children. And I say, yeah, but one thing is to have children, another one is to raise your child.
Mm.
Because most of my friends, they have children. But whenever the girlfriend or the wife was pregnant, they were just leaving them. Or they sent them to Brazil, let's go to Brazil and have the child in Brazil. They went there for a week, I'm going back to England for a couple of months until the baby's born. No, they just come here, get another girlfriend. So none of my friends, they are example of parenting for me. And I just want to enjoy my life with my boy. Let's put it that way. I want to be for my son what my dad couldn't do for me.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I'm not saying my dad was a bad person. No, my dad was very limited. He didn't have time. I don't remember my dad playing with me even one day in my life.
Mm.
I don't have those memories from my father. I only remember my father going to work and I'm following him. And he's screaming and shouting. This is the memories I have from my father. But don't get me wrong, I think he just didn't know how to show his love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, never mistreated, never like, well, you are the worst person in the world, get out of here. No, never.
Yeah.
You know, but it was never like, son, I love you. Hey, son, give me a hug. I don't have those memories from my father.
No.
You know, so I just want to have that with my boy. At least I want him to have some of the memories that I don't have. Don't get me wrong, I love my dad to bits, you know.
Yeah.
But this type of memories I don't have.
Yeah.
Play football, I remember my father teach me how to go on the bike once or twice.
Mm.
That was it.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
you know. But most of my friends, they like partying. And I enjoy party, but how long can I party?
Yeah.
You know. Everybody likes to socialize, everybody likes to be around, you know, being surrounded by good people, but how long can we do it until lifestyle gets
Sometimes it hurts when you see someone that's not nice to you, but then you see them being nice to someone else.
Yeah, oh
And you
yeah.
think, well, you know, why they have got it in them, like, because if you see someone who is just not, you know, not an emotional person, they just are quite reserved with everybody.
Yeah.
You think, well, fair enough, you know, because like with my dad, he was I think if he'd stayed at home, it would have been a similar relationship to what you've described with your dad.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always thought. But then I've like found out later that, well, when he was a grandfather, with his grandchildren, he was really family orientated, but it changed. You know what I mean? When he was younger, he was different, but he then became somebody who had family was so important to him. But it changed. It was a different stage of his life. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it was still, you still feel a bit hurt. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
When people are, you know, I mean, my friend Lee, just to mention one more time, she does all these things I've described to me, but yet I hear about her going off miles to save someone who's in a mess. Like she'll go and save the day, but she always goes to save the day and tells everybody about what she's done.
She needs this.
Do you know what I mean? She needs the glory, the praise and everything, you know. So, but then when my mum needed help, she's supposed to be my friend, but my mum needed help and she knows my mum. She didn't have any, you know what I mean?
She didn't have much to help.
No. I think she just has it in her head that she does negative feelings towards me, my brother and my mum, and she shouldn't have anything negative towards my mum, but she does. I think they hold grudges. You know, they are a family that do hold grudges.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, at least I'm reflecting on things, and I'm on the verge of making decisions that will benefit me in the future. So it's been not good that it's happened, but it's been an opened my eyes. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but as I say, it's a little process, James. Sometimes you're gonna go through these really hard times with the decisions that you make. But at the end, if you ask me now, how do you feel about your friends now? And I'm like, well, if they need my help, yeah, fine, but I'm not gonna be the first one to run after them for some attention because they actually taught me how I can manage myself on my own. Without need the approval, without need to be there for them all the time, and they never been for me, you know. And then you start meeting different people, which aggregate a lot more in your life than what you believe those people who knows you for your entire life will do to you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's why I say, even though you're not feeling well, what I'm doing here today, I'm not, you know, going to points where I wanted to go today on your body, because I'm just a little bit afraid if I do, I'm gonna set off your back, and that's what I don't want today.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going a little bit easier. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the massage bed to Saturday to the event, and we're gonna do a little bit more in there when things just go a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, thank you.
Or even before the madness starts, because this place is so huge, and there's a kind of private rooms in there, which my massage bed will be there, so we can do a little bit more. So, because I'm just afraid if I go a bit further in here, the body won't recover properly, and it might set something else.
I forgot to mention that when you arrived, but I'm glad that you thought that, because,
No, because, as we say, never change the the team which is winning the championship. So if the back was about to set, but it did not, let's not make something crazy here to make it happen. So what I may say, let me know how you're doing on Thursday. If you need to come here in a couple of days, I will do. If hopefully not, but on Saturday I'll keep the massage bed over there. And you're gonna meet some other guy who I go to see him every Saturday, Shane, the mechanic guy, really nice guy. And I'll start treating his girlfriend as well. Just a little bit, and she's not having it yet, but she's just at the edge to get some rotator cuff problems.
Right.
Because she was mentioning about some pain she was having, and by the time I just came there and I pressed, she was like in agony.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, do you have these symptoms? Blah blah blah. I said, oh no, I don't. I said, are you sure? Well, actually, as you mentioned, time to time I have like a little spasms come down here, this arm. That's why I never mentioned my back seat, because the problem is here. But the symptoms is going to show there, so the body starts talking to you. So you're going to meet like few people in there, like some of my students, some of the friends, which it's not going to be like crazy, busy, you know. Maybe 10 people, maybe between 10 to 20, but everybody's like friendly.
You know? Nice people.
Nice people, There's a pool table in there. As I said, if you want to invite your friend Sam to come along as well, you're welcome to invite.
Well, my friend Simon's had to go down to London because his parents are both not doing well at all.
Oh, right.
They're, one of them is 90, and they're really, one of them's trying to look after the other one, but it was the one that was fitter and healthier has suddenly got worse. And so now the one that was being looked after is now looking after the other one.
I know that.
And they're both in a mess. And so he's gone down. He doesn't know how long he's going to stay there, but he says it's not good. And so at the moment he doesn't know where he is today, tomorrow. So he's gone down to. He's visited them not long ago, but they've gone worse in the last few weeks. So he's got a brother and a sister, but they live miles away from his parents as well. And so they're all taking in turns to gradually go through for a week or so to find out what's happening and come up with a plan, hopefully. But I imagine they'll both, I'm guessing that he'll be telling me that they've gone into into care.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. They're on the verge of getting that situation.
Because what
Shame.
I didn't know, but like the neighbors who lives like in my flat downstairs,
Mm.
you know, Dave and Karen, they are like 70s or 80s or something like that. I think on the 70s, you
Mm.
know, and they are not doing well at all. James, most of my neighbors, they are like elderly, you know,
Yeah.
70 something, 80, they are all going slowly.
Yeah.
And 3 or 4 of them have cancers already. You know, they are dealing with that for many years now. Some of them they've been alcoholics when they were younger, and now all those problems are coming. And this Karen, I spoke to her once when she was out walking outside as where's my husband, and I didn't realize she has dementia. And she was just like a lady walking there, and I put her back to her house, and people say, yeah, she's just going mad. So that was the first and the last time I ever spoken to her.
Yeah.
Because now carers come to the house like 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
And last week he sent me a message saying, look, so if you could do me a favor, just we'll do one last thing and then I'll let you go. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Now, bend your leg, please. Bend. Does it hurt making this motion on the lower back?
No, on the lower back. No.
Okay. So we're gonna leave the way it is now.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna try to make anything to aggravate this. And then you let me know, but do let me know how you feel tomorrow and the day after, so we see how. I just don't want your back to set.
Yeah. I think that the part of the back problem is the muscles are just tight. They're doing too much work.
This one here.
Yeah. They're doing too much work.
Yeah. As I said, I don't want to go too much into this muscle here right now, but I still want to do some work in it this week. That's why I said I'm gonna take it on Saturday, and if you need to come on Thursday, if I find some time, I'll let you know. Because I really don't want to force that too much, just to know what's happening with the back.
Yeah.
You know, as I'm relaxing, a little bit at some point on your back. I don't want to make a lot, then say, oh, now everything is great in this area, and then you just.
Yeah. I think that, with the muscles and the back, I mean, I think my spine is, I don't know if damaged is the right word, but I think my spine has problems.
Well, I think a bungee disc.
Some problems, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that because of that, my body, I don't walk very far, I don't do much. I might get on a bike and pedal a bike. Well, that's great, my legs might be strong, but what about the rest of me? You know, it's not, I don't move in every direction, do you know what I mean? I don't do enough exercise, so I've got imbalances.
What you asked me about the exercise to use in the machines there, in the bench.
Yeah.
I'm starting some exercise, some of them which I'm seeing, I believe they would be quite good. But when you mention your back, it's not great. We're gonna forget about that at least for a week.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh yeah, I'm not doing anything until I need to get better again.
Yeah.
But I suppose
But I'm looking to some exercise which can be quite beneficial.
Yeah.
And that's a really great machines, according to what I've seen in some professionals that I have asked. You know.
It's worth a try.
Oh, it is.
And it doesn't look like it. I might end up in a struggling if I'm not ready for it. But I think it's worth. If I'd never bought it, never tried it,
You'd never know.
never know.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think I'm at a position at the moment where, I mean tonight I am, but I don't think I'm in a position where it's going to cause me a ridiculous amount of harm if I'm careful and do it steadily at the right time. It's worth a try. Yeah.
And the right exercise, because a wrong exercise as well can.
Yeah, if I do it wrong, I'm asking for trouble.
Yeah, oh, well,
Yeah.
Well, don't get me wrong, James. Yesterday I went for a treatment myself, and I don't even know how to describe you.
Yeah.
That painful thing that was.
Yeah.
Because I booked that treatment.
Yeah.
And like, when was that? I think it was at the beginning of the month. And the guy said, I can do that to you on the 15th. And I said, oh God, I still have another 14 days to go before I can have my hip treated. You remember when I mentioned to you, I hit my hip.
Yeah.
So, anyway, fuck it. I got that. I went to see another friend of mine who does like Swedish massage, but it's nothing,
Yeah.
nothing great. But I just need anything at
Yeah.
that time.
Just to get through the next few days.
Yes. So I went to see her. I felt slightly better on the following day. You know, not great,
Yeah.
but better than what I was because I was kind of limping at work already. And after seeing her I could manage for another week. And then yesterday I thought, right, I'm gonna see this guy.
Yeah.
I know what to expect.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I was already set my mind, you know.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be painful. I know it will hurt. I know he
You
knows.
weren't looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. But that gives you confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm already in pain, and I know
Yeah.
pain will come.
Yeah.
Anyway, my boss invited me for a night out. Like we used to go for Christmas though, but because it's only him and I, we decided, oh, why would we go to the restaurant or things like this? Let's go for a night out, go on the drink.
Yeah.
And then he said, right, you can drink whatever you want, and I'll cover all the drinks for you. Just go for it. And I said, well, I might do. It's been a while since I last went. James, I think I just went. He said, I went on the mission. I can't remember. I remember a few things I was very not proud of myself. Not like, you know, troubles or stuff like this, but
Yeah.
at some point he mentioned to me we were in a pub and he had this amount of his pint and I had 4 pints while he had this amount. And he's a guy who can drink 20 pints in a night.
Right.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we are in one pub in Golden Gate. And then we went to other different places, and then they decided to go back to their place because some of the other friends would join us on the night. You know, like outside to have a little cigarettes. I just walked outside, James. As we get that, I missed a step on the bar, on the pavement. As I missed a step, I just had a plaque. My knee just, and I thought, no, I teared something in my knee. I was sure the ligament was gone. But I was like, but because I was under the influence of the alcohol, even though it was hurting, it was like, yes, I don't think it's that. It's okay.
Yeah, it's also fear as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you just think, oh no, please don't be serious.
And for so many years I had problems with the knees, and I was like, no, I cannot afford to have the same problems which I had before. I cannot afford it.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I went to see a friend of mine. He's had like a little restaurant,
Yeah.
no takeaway restaurant. And I went there and I said, can I go to the toilet? He said, yes. Going down the stairs. And I went down the stairs, the knee was already weak, and I fell on the stairs.
Yeah.
So it was just going
Yeah.
with the knee.
Got worse.
On Sunday, I was just with my leg and my knee was like. So I was self-massaging my leg, and then I got to a couple of points and I was like, oh, I don't think.
Yeah.
But when you self-massage, you don't have, you know where things are, but you don't have the reference because you cannot go any deeper. You don't understand what you're doing, but you know this place should not be hurt. Like I was doing things over here, and I was, well, shouldn't be. But anyway, I'm going for the massage. It's just something else to sort out. I get that I mentioned to the guy was the problem, and he started. So your leg is all twisted. And so what do you mean? Your muscles, they are all twisted. And I'm like, really? Here. All the parts compromised. Close the tension in the knee. Yes.
Is that because you've done damage to it and it's like repaired wrong?
Yeah.
It's tight, it's not. Because the body's trying to repair it, but it doesn't mean it will repair properly.
Yeah, and then I was, look, let's see. Well, it still
It makes
feels,
a noise, yeah, it clicks.
yeah,
Yeah.
it still does, but it's not as bad as it was.
Yeah.
Now, when you got to certain places on my leg, James, my idea was to grab him. And
Yeah.
because he said to me, look, I'm going to touch some points now. And I said, oh boy.
Yeah.
I just stopped inside. And then he said, I'm going to go very easy here. He said, look, do what must be done.
Yeah.
God almighty.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the worst things I should ever say because.
Yeah. when you tell me these stories, I have an image of like the films that I've watched where the basically, what do you call it when they get the criminal and they're like torturing them to get the information?
Yeah, no, that was a proper torture,
Yeah.
James. I was like, oh God, that's
Yeah.
what I do to people. But for so long, I didn't have a mom doing my massage because Maria was doing my treatments. And yes, it was times when the little woman, she was like doing things like.
Yeah.
But if she feels that I'm in pain, she will ease it down.
Yeah, pause a bit.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
These guys never.
Yeah.
Never. So anyway, when it gets to that bit, he said, I'm just gonna force you a little bit, and he said, you can go for it, and don't worry about me. I can take the pain.
Yeah.
Just do what you need to do. And then, there is I have to go very deep in here. He said, go for it, James. When I said go for it, I felt he put a knife in there and twisted that knife, and it was just, that's the feeling I had, and I could feel all the electroshock going up to all the toes, and I know it's not possible, but the way to describe that pain, the ball of my eye was like spinning
like a cartoon.
God, oh my, that hurt. That hurt. But when I walked out, I was like, because that's how I was driving on Monday. I was going to work here, and I was carrying bags, of course. Literally, that's how I was. Yeah. It's not great, but James, after that treatment, and I need to go again.
You couldn't go on anymore.
Oh no. But the time he sent me to do it next week, I'm considering a little bit because he said, can you do Wednesday? And I'm like, it's Christmas Eve, probably. Also, we want to have like a meal at some point. Yeah. And they said 3:35, and I'm like,
mid of the day.
Well, 3:45, I finish work at 3. I won't have time unless the weather doesn't change much and I can come a lot early to work, try to finish it early, go home and come back. But I'm looking forward for another torture. But I know he knows what he's doing.
Well, that's the main thing,
So, and I know, as I said, I know I'm going to need at least another 5-6 massage treatment, at least at least until the end.
You have a manual job. Yeah. And you've got your son, you've got your family. You can't be just. My life's different. I can rest. I can stay at home. Things that I don't want to do all the time. But fortunately, someone said to me once, with all your problems, James, with your back, your feet, your legs, and everything, all these problems, your job as a sitting tutoring is like you've chosen well. Yeah. You've chosen well. And
with the problems
when I was choosing, I wasn't thinking I'm going to be really bad when I'm older, so I better be a tutor. I never thought that. I didn't know I was going to be like this. But I can understand what they meant was you're fortunate that you're not losing a job and you've got no skill set to do anything else. You know what I mean? So in a way, that's the point that we're making a valid point. Yeah. At the moment, you're probably noticing that I'm bending my knees a bit. I'm being cautious. And when I went to bend down to get something, I'm bending down like this. This is not, you know what I mean? This is not like good.
But probably I'll do it better than what I can. But the technical point of view.
Yeah, but I'm choosing. I'm not like doing it I do it consciously because I know that if I bend forward like this, I could be saying to you after you've gone, oh, it's starting up again, and I'm making these decisions all the time. Yeah. And it's what I have to do, and hopefully then I can stop doing the wrong bending and gradually move back round. So today it's this, tomorrow it's this, the next day, you know what I mean? Then the next.
And slowly you can get progress. James, I won't lie to you. If I'm going to go down the stairs, probably you have noticed, that's how I go down the stairs.
Right.
Or I'm going here, or switching legs going down this way. It's very rare when I go down like boom, 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 boom. I'm starting going down the stairs like straight. I believe maybe now, since 2017. So 2017, it's been 8 years. To start feeling confident again, to start walking down straight into the stairs because of the problems on the knees and on the shoulders. Yeah. And we said, what to do with the shoulders? All the time I went down here, I have to hold them. I'm like, ugh. So if I'm gonna go down straight, that's my hands. Yeah. And I know it's very wrong. Yeah. Because I lay my body forward and I put all the stress on my arms. But I know if something goes wrong with the knee. Yeah. I'm there.
Mm.
And you may say, oh, but this is very strange. But as you say, that's the only way I feel confident doing it.
Yeah.
Without, and I have to do it because if I just go and I let it go,
Yeah.
don't fall down me.
Yeah. I have a favour to ask you
Yeah.
at some point. It's a small thing really.
Mm-hmm.
I have a chair upstairs. The chair that I sit on all the time is
Yeah.
okay, but it's very, very heavy, right? Really, really heavy. The chair, I don't know if you've seen, it's very, very heavy.
Or the one you sit for
The one I
work.
sit on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very heavy. Now I do have in the same room a smaller chair that's low down, which is a compromise.
Mhm.
Like in a way, that chair is light to carry, and the problem is the back of the chair has come away. You know those barrel things. You know when you like putting the cabinets together.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you were swearing to they're not going in, James, and you were hammering them and pushing.
Yeah.
Well, those barrel things, they're like it's come out of where the barrel thing sticks out and like it goes in. It's like they've come apart at the back of the
Yeah.
chair. It's a wooden chair, sorry. And so it just needs some nails, really, just to like push the wood together and hammer the nails, and then the chair will work again. But because
Okay.
at the moment, if I sit on that chair and lean backwards, the back comes off.
Do you have the nails?
I don't know. Maybe somewhere I might have some. Yeah, I do have some. I've got a box with different size nails, but it could be that that's a good chair to try to take to Tadcaster. That's
Okay.
all I'm thinking.
So you're not using that chair?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
And if you want to take it away, I think when you see it, you'll probably just think you just need to have a nail there, nail there, nail there, nail there, and like it's fine now. You know, something like that. It's a chair that I used to take to the chalet at Whitby, and it basically at the moment that chair I can't use it.
Right.
But that in a way that would be the best thing to take to Tadcaster in order to like be able to sit and manage. I think because this other one's too heavy, and I think that the thing is it's very low down. The legs have been sawn off, so that's why it's very low, and it's light and it's wood, so I can like sit with a pressure cushion, one behind my back, one that I was sat on, and I can push against something, and it's a pretty good compromise.
Well, I can actually come on Thursday. I just need to double check what time Puss is working.
Okay.
And I can come on Thursday evening.
Yeah.
And I can take it on the car, so it will already be prepared to be in Tadcaster. That one, if you want. Okay. And if it's my house, I can.
So I'm quite happy to let you take it. Yeah.
Because I want to take it now because I don't have space to put it now.
Yeah.
Because of the max chair. So if I take the chair.
Yeah. The only thing is, I don't know yet. On Thursday, it's my mum's birthday, and I don't know if there's any way in this world I can get there. I'll try, but at the moment it's touch and go.
Can be on Friday, dear.
You know.
Can be on Friday. Can be on Saturday morning.
Can
be inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, can be inside.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. But it's just it should be a straightforward job in some ways. It's just I thought I try and do it myself. It's just at the moment I'm not so good. But it probably needs a nail that's maybe longish.
Okay.
And you might put 6 in just to make sure it's definitely not going to fall apart. But it's just I wish I could just do these things myself, you know. But yeah. So.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Let me see what.
It's a very small chair. It's just yeah.
So if you go to see your mom, so you're gonna be back on Friday.
Yeah.
Is your mom coming with you on Friday?
She's coming Saturday.
She's coming Saturday.
Yeah. So I'll be here like at some point. I might be here the whole time, but like if I did go to Whitby, I'd go tomorrow evening, and I'd come back either Thursday evening, probably, or Friday evening. Depends how I am. If my back's shaking, I might have to wait till Friday. But if I just think let's quit while I'm ahead, you know, like I'll come back Thursday evening. It'll be Wednesday evening late to Thursday evening or Friday evening. I won't be any more than that.
You just let me know. Whenever, if you decide to go, you let me know. Sunday I'm going to be home, whenever day. Yeah. From that time onwards. Yeah. And I can come and get the chair and see how's your back doing. Yeah. If not, I can simply come on Saturday morning. Yeah. And pick it and take it on Saturday morning. So we'll still have time to look at it and see if we can fix it before. Yeah.
Can I just show you it now?
Yeah, of course.
It'll take a few seconds. Yeah. So just. I mean, I thought maybe I could ask my neighbour next door if I see him. but I'm probably not going to be here much.
Nah,
And, did you see that it's a for sale sign? His house now is for sale again.
What, again?
Yeah, it was sold before.
Well, that's what it is. I was like,
Now it's for sale, so they must have fallen through.
yeah, because I thought, oh, is that another house? Was it just saw the sign?
The bedroom looks really nice, isn't it? A good friend of mine helped put it together. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Very comfy.
Yeah. And the back bedroom, did you see the back bedroom?
No, haven't seen that one.
Last time you were here on the floor, I think, we were making something. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the wardrobe's going in January.
Yeah.
It's just going to go all the way across the wall and put up all the boxes.
You have the date to it.
Yeah, the 12th of January.
Oh.
Yeah. I may ask if you can pop over and just help me put the beds on their side.
Okay.
They said that the beds will stay in the room, but then you've got to be against the far wall, and the boxes would have to just be put either out here maybe or in my bedroom.
Yeah, he said, no, why don't you say, it might just be easier taking the,
Bed out.
no, just take the mattress, put it on the side.
And then the beds. Yeah.
Also, like, locks.
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't destroy it.
No. Yeah, no, it's yeah, because they're coming to do both the bedrooms one day after the other.
Okay.
So it's a wardrobe in here.
Yeah.
And they just said if you just put the bed against the far opposite wall,
Mhm.
both rooms, and take out the other things, then that's all. And the carpet needs pulling back.
Yeah.
But I've already pulled part of the carpet back, but I haven't unscrewed. You know the thing that's got like the teeth.
Oh, yeah.
On. They just said if you just pull it back, we just need to have it pulled back a couple of meters, and we can do the other thing. And it's up to me to put it back whenever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
that's kind of good.
yeah. That's all.
This is the chair.
Mm-hmm.
This is the little chair here. Yeah. So it's this is why it's very good because it's low down,
Mm-hmm.
and after I get some mushy, I can push a bit more in the floor. So if you look at the bathroom,
Ah,
it's not stable. That's it. It's very good. At the moment, it's like
yeah. And with the drill, we get with a couple of holes, and then we can screw through it. Because it's right, because putting a nail, it will split.
So it's smooth that.
Yeah. Well, when we screw it straight, it also will break, so it's easy to make a few holes
Yeah.
first. And then screw together, and then that will disappear. But I don't know if the is technique, so. So the only thing is not coming out yet, because the holes are out, and that will shoot it. When it was the hole properly, but yeah.
It was lush once upon a time. That like lush, you know,
Yeah.
there was no gap at all. I suppose as I push against the wall too much. So if I have a look and see if I've got some skills.
Well, I have one. What I think, that. Well, let's say I have some of the tools which I won't put this screw straight together. I have some of the drills which I will probably need to look at through the hole and cover it to do it. Just make sure you do that. Yeah, no problem. No problem. No worries about it. No worries, so yeah.
So if I don't know if I'll see it before Saturday, but if I came in the car on Saturday and brought the chair,
Mm-hmm. I can come and
oh,
take the chair to my house. so I can fix it. So whenever you arrive in time, the chair will be there. I'm just need to take the conscious.
Thank you.
Don't worry at all, James.
Thank you
No
very
problem
much.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, I would never to go down straight here. Yeah, I can do, but I feel.
Yeah.
I could feel the hips, so I feel a lot slightly going here, and again, like I can cross the leg as I'm going.
Better than going forward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
going forward, I feel it a lot. Mainly now it's not certain yet. So as I say, now I need to go for the treatment once a week, and I'm assuming it would be good if I go until end of February, like once a week, just to try and. I think babe, 8. I'm gonna be like about 8-10 weeks should do me good. I just don't want to go
I hope
back to
so.
that.
I hope so. Yeah.
Because I remember the last time I was doing that was about 16 weeks. I was going for an intensive treatment like every week. But that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway.
You've got your phone there, don't forget your phone.
Anyway, at least I got that problem sorted. So
Yeah.
I just want to go back to that thing. Which probably I'll do one day when Hassan gets old. Anyway.
Yeah,
okay,
thank you
James,
very
no
much.
worries, nice seeing you.
You too.
So yeah, as I say, keep updating me what you're doing. If you're going tomorrow to see your mum,
Yeah.
let me know. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know when you are there, how's your back. Let's make sure your back won't set.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'll try and get this guy who does my treatment to come and see you at some point about the discs, about your back, and then you can make some of the pump. So have one off treatment with him might give you a little extra boost.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Thank you very much.
And of course, I need to ask him to be a bit more gentle.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much.
No problem at all, James. Right. Nice seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, just keep letting me know how you are keeping, and then we keep moving from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'll come. Just let me know if you go to Whitby, and then we back, and then I can come for the chair.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, outside.
Well, it is. Now I need to go to Copman Thorpe because yesterday I forgot to leave 3 bags of kindling sticks for some customer. So I put in the car and I said I'll take it to him later because I forgot to drop. I didn't want to leave, to be honest with you, because it was raining, so it was all soaked. So I just put in the car the dry ones and take it now. But it's only 5 minutes away from home, so it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not this week for sure. No problem, buddy. Okay, guys, here I am again. What time? Just for 12. Oops. Well, let's see the message now. What's going on here? I'm a sports massage therapist, buddy, when it comes around this time of the night. And tomorrow morning, let me just call man. Bye, James. Take care. So thing is, guys, the job before it used to be Wednesdays, one of the longest days for me because after work I need to go to my classes in another city. And then I was coming to see this gentleman. Then I was getting back home around 2 o'clock a.m. Sleep for maybe 2 or 3 hours and then go to work in the morning again. So now we managed to change it to Tuesday. So I'm going back home at midnight. So it means I might sleep for 5 hours, maybe 5.5 hours, which is great. What is another thing? Yeah, so tomorrow I can just go for my classes, and whenever I finish my class, I can simply go home. So that makes life a lot easier. So thank you very much for all of you guys who has been here with me for the massage treatment today. I really appreciate that. I appreciate your likes, I appreciate your comments, Please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe, and I'll come back to see you guys another time. Cheerio!